You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. We're going over to Vienna for some international 3-on-3 basketball as tournament play got started today in this World Cup tournament. Now look, USA opened up play and they looked like two completely different teams, guys. In the first game, they faced a very tough Canada team that's arguably one of the best in the entire competition, led by a dynamic sister duo. USA came out, went up 8-1 early. Shots were falling. They were being very aggressive. This was a very physical contest. I think there were like 13 total fouls called between the two teams. Very physical contest. And Team USA jumped out ahead, played really good defense. They were making Canada work for everything. Lene Harper and Cameron Brink were doing an excellent job on the defensive end, playing physical. You can tell Cameron Brink's length is going to be a serious problem for everybody in this tournament that's not on USA's team. Like, seriously, the length is insane. She's running, she's blocking shots in the paint. She's manning the paint. She's the anchor down low. At times, I will say you could tell that the game was very physical for her, but she never let up, man. She took some strong hits. Brink really showed a lot, though. Like, she showed that she can be the focal point of this defense. She was active on the glass, getting rebounds, and any shot that she didn't block, she was still bothering, and she forced teams into a lot of misses. They were very timid coming into that paint. Like, shout out to Cameron Brink. I think more so in the second game, she really found her groove offensively. They were running the pick and roll, exceptional with those guards, and they were looking for her more. And she established herself more as well in that second game, just being more aggressive. In the first game, they had a little bit more size. Canada, the most physical team probably the USA will play, man. I think that's a fair take. That's a fair statement for them. Canada, the size-wise, they're the biggest in the tournament. So they gave Brink some problems, but I think it was a good warm-up game, a good humbling, and a good, hey, welcome to the tournament, rookie. She's making her debut. But Cameron Brink looked really good. I was really impressed with her on both ends, especially in the second game. Looking back, though, at the first game, starting right there, Hailey Van Lith struggled, straight up. She was gambling on defense. She gambled late on defense and gave up pretty much the dagger, the game-winning layup to Canada. She almost had the steal, couldn't quite come up with it. And the announcer made some points about her shooting teams out of games. I don't want to say she shot them out of the first game, but shots that we typically see her make just were not falling. She was shooting them off balance, coming off of screens, and she really got some good looks. She got some good open looks, and they just were not falling. And Team USA ended up missing some key free throws, and that was a result of how physical the game was. They do shoot free throws in this tournament. USA, Lene Harper missed a clutch one to take the lead, and then Hailey Van Lith missed another one late in the game. But speaking of Lene Harper, she was the best player on the floor in both games. Seriously, just her ability to thread the needle on offense, get other people the ball, as well as be a calming presence and a poised veteran in this lineup. Like, they just looked a lot more comfortable when she was on the floor. She's scoring the basketball. At 5'8", she's a monster posting up other point guards, bro. Like, she is a problem. That Chicago grit really came out today, especially in Game 2. But she played exceptionally well. I think that she's going to be the unquestioned leader of this group. It seems like she already is. Like, that's been established. She was the best player in both games for them. Defensively, she's pressuring the ball, causing turnovers, jumping passing lanes. And then offensively, she's constantly moving. She doesn't need the ball to score. She's cutting, you know what I'm saying? She's coming off screens. She's hitting mid-range jumpers. Man, they just completely relied on her, honestly. And her I feel like they kept subbing out her and Hailey Van Lith because they're both the lead guards. But when they both started the second game, they had Cameron Brink come off the bench in the second game, they looked really, really good against Hungary. Like, the chemistry was undeniable. It was like a switch just flipped for them. I mean, they looked really, really good. Moving the basketball, they were making shots, they were physical, they were crashing the glass, they were limiting turnovers, they were playing defense in unison. Like I said, Brink really stepped up and got some points off the pick and roll, making herself a reliable option. Her length is going to be crucial in this tournament. Hailey Van Lith started making more shots. She took a tumble late in the game, man. It was kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She was closing out on a jumper, ran out and almost kneed this girl in the head. If you saw the highlight, it was scary, man. I'm glad that both players were okay. But it was late. I'm glad Hailey Van Lith was okay too. But she played really well in the second game. And man, she's just so physical, driving into the paint, drawing contact, bullying her defender, finishing through contact. She had a big M1. It was really a tale of two teams. I think in the first game, we saw some flashes, but it wasn't a complete performance. They folded late. In the second game, it all came together, and we really saw them dominate. They won 20-10 in the second game. They lost 16-13 in the first game. So 1-1 on the day. That second game was really impressive, though, and shows why they could get back to the quarterfinals and past it. They haven't won this tournament since 2014. Last year, Canada actually eliminated them in the quarterfinals. So they were trying to get some revenge, and it didn't quite work out. The second game, though, looked really good, and I think this team is really starting to gel, and they're going to hit their stride. They're going to be good. They're going to be fine. I think this team is super talented, and they've got what it takes to make it to the finals and win this thing. But I think there's a chance, they're going to see Canada again, so maybe they'll get some redemption. They will have to play the Czech team, who's probably going to be a tough matchup as well for them in pool play. But other than that, Canada's the toughest matchup already out the way. So that's the update from the tournament. We're going to have more coverage. I'm going to keep bringing y'all the heat, keep bringing y'all videos on my thoughts and my takeaways on the tournament. A lot of good basketball being played. And shout out to Vienna. They really showed up. It seems like 90s R&B is like the golden era of music, because you just see it everywhere, like without a doubt, undeniable. It's crazy. But they have the vibes, man. It looked like a good tournament scene. The fans are really, really into it. The broadcast is pretty good. The commentators are funny. They're good together. They're decent. I mean, if that's your cup of tea. But the tournament has been great so far. It'll be going through June 6th, so it'll be fun to watch. All available on YouTube. I'll be locked in. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, how y'all feel about everything. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's your boy, Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV, and we out.